kids, has anybody ever been scared of the dark? I think everybody has at some point in their life. So today we're going to read Franklin in the Dark by Paulette Argolis and Brenda Clark. This is Anna, Cameron, Alex, and Jason. All right? So, in this book, there's a turtle, and he's scared to climb in his shell because it's dark inside. And so we're going to find out what he does so he's not scared anymore, okay? All right. So, Franklin in the Dark. Franklin could slide down the riverbank all by himself. He could count forwards and backwards. He could zip zippers and button buttons. But Franklin was afraid of small, dark places. And the problem was, and this was a problem because, see Franklin, he's a turtle. Okay? Franklin was a turtle, and he was afraid of crawling into a small, dark shell. So Franklin, the turtle, dragged his shell behind him everywhere he went. Every night, Franklin's mother would take a flashlight and shine it into his shell. "See," she said, "there's nothing to be afraid of." She always said that. She wasn't afraid of anything, but Franklin was sure that creepy things and slippery things and a monster lived inside his dark shell. See his dark shell? Yeah, it's dark. So Franklin went looking for help. He walked and walked until he met a duck. "Excuse me, Mr. Duck, I'm afraid of small, dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," quacked the duck. "You see, I'm afraid of very deep water. Sometimes, when nobody's watching, I put on my water wings. Would you like to wear my water wings?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of water." See the duck, he's afraid of water. So Franklin walked and walked and walked until he met a lion. "Excuse me, Mr. Lion, I'm afraid of small, dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," roared the lion. "You see, I'm afraid of great loud noises, so sometimes, when nobody's looking, I wear my earmuffs. Would you like my earmuffs?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of great loud noises." So Franklin walked and walked and walked and walked until he met a bird. "Excuse me, Mr. Bird, I'm afraid of small, dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," chirped the bird. "I'm afraid of very high, and when I fly high, I get dizzy and fall to the ground. Sometimes, when nobody's looking, I pull my parachute. Would you like my parachute?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of flying high and getting dizzy." So Franklin walked and walked and walked and walked until he met a polar bear. "Excuse me, Mr. Polar Bear, I'm afraid of small, dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," growled the polar bear. "You see, I'm afraid of freezing on the icy winter cold nights. Sometimes, when nobody's looking, I wear my snowsuit to bed. Would you like my snowsuit?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of freezing on icy cold nights." Franklin was very tired and very hungry, so he walked and walked and walked until he met his mother. "Oh, Franklin, I was afraid you were lost." "You were afraid? I didn't know mothers were ever afraid," said Franklin. "Well, did you find some help?" she asked. "No, but I met a duck who was afraid of deep water." "Mm-hmm," she said. "And then I met a lion who was afraid of great loud noises." "Mm-hmm," she said. "And then I met a bird who was afraid of falling and a polar bear who was afraid of freezing." "Oh," she said. "They were all afraid of something, weren't they?" "Mm-hmm," said Franklin. It was getting late, and Franklin was very tired and very hungry, and they walked and walked until they got home. See, it's getting late. It's starting to get dark. Franklin's mother gave him a cold supper and a warm hug, and then she sent him off to bed. "Good night, dear," she said. See, she's getting a hug at him. Well, Franklin knew what he had to do. He crawled right inside his small, dark shell. He was so sure he saw creepy things and slippery things and a monster. But he said a brave good night. See, he's crawling in his shell. And then, when nobody was looking, Franklin the turtle turned on his nightlight. The end. So can anybody tell me what the story was about? Okay, Alex?
The story was about a turtle named Franklin who was scared of the dark, and he was going around asking people if they could help him not be scared of the dark.
That's right. Okay, Cameron?
It's about a turtle that has a problem with the dark, and he's going to ask somebody. He's asking different kind of animals to help, but they're also afraid of something, so they're afraid that they can't help him.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to add? No? Okay. That's right. This story was definitely about a turtle named Franklin, and he was scared of the dark, and he asked a bunch of animals for help who were scared of other things than the dark. So he came up with his own idea, and that was to turn on a nightlight so he wouldn't be scared of the dark anymore. So thank you guys for listening to our story.